All right, now that we're leaving Fullerton, we are on our way to Long Beach Airport. Long Beach is kind of a weird airport in the LA Basin because it is a Delta airport that probably should be a Charlie airport and swap with Ontario, but the city of Long Beach really doesn't want that to happen, so they have prevented that at all costs. It's a big airport in terms of footprint. It's got crossing runways. We got 3-0. Let me see. We got 3-0 and 112 or 12. 2-6 left, 2-6 right, 8 right, 8 left. So it's got a big complex, but it is still a Delta, and it's a great airport to go train at. The crossing runways make it a little bit tricky, so if you're doing pattern work on 2-6 left, which is where my experience is on that, you have to almost every time extend your downwind. We had a departure, a Southwest flight depart right in front of us as we were on final going into Long Beach, which was really pretty cool. A couple of awesome pictures that we got. Draconis is based out of there. I think it's a fantastic airport. It's great for commercial. Like if you're flying someplace that has a flight out of Long Beach versus LAX, I would go Long Beach every single time if you could. It's just a lot smaller, a lot easier to get in and out of. But let's see how it looks in the sim here. We're approaching it right now. I would usually be approaching it from the harbor, which actually, now that I think about it, let's do that. Let's go over Long Beach Harbor, and we'll come in and enter a left downwind for 2-6. We have Beacon Hill, which I can already see, and let's see how realistic this actually gets. GPB 500 is excellent. Yeah, his stuff is really, really good. My wife used to fly out of there a lot. She's originally from Laguna Niguel. Yeah, there's some JetBlue was or is right now a big Long Beach is a big hub for JetBlue. They are actually going to be leaving Long Beach here shortly. I can't remember what the date is of that, but yeah. So already I'm looking at Long Beach, and I like what I see so far. We'll see how much pops in. They redid 2-6 left recently, and it looks like it's pretty good. That might be a pretty recent update of Long Beach, so that's pretty good. The harbor looks like a desolate wasteland. All right, we'll see. We'll see if that holds up now, Draconis. But already it feels like the airport. And I think that's something to keep in mind for these airports moving forward, is you might not have an airport that looks exactly like the way it does in the real world. But as long as the surrounding area holds up, you get the feel of flying into that airport. Whether or not you land and all the taxiways are in the right spot and all that, that is important, obviously, but most of the time, the feeling that you get flying into the airport is the important part. And that's something that X-Plane didn't always get because of the way the scenery was put together. The airports might have been better. The tower might be the right scale and in the right spot, but it's flat approaching it, or there's not major landmarks that you would normally be referencing on an approach. Those might have been missing. So I think the trade-off right now might be more towards the surrounding areas versus the airport itself. So Nathan Volt, welcome aboard. No, I'm just online right now. Harbor looks great. That looks really good. Yeah, Signal Hill plays an important part for sure. All right, so let's see what the harbor looks like for me. That actually looks pretty damn good. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna try to get a little drone shot here. It looks pretty good. Yeah. We've got the aquarium there. You can see the F1 track. It's still some, you're getting some pop in. Again, that's a lot more of the GPU side, which I'm lacking at the moment. There's the Queen Mary. I'll give the nod to X-Plane, the X-Plane scenery that I have for that. A lot of it is just pop-in and graphical settings that's causing some of the low fidelity, but you know, so your mileage will vary depending on what kind of hardware you have. That looks pretty friggin' good. Same with the harbor.
Foxtrot Golf, use contact Runway Tower 126.8. Good day. 126.8. See ya.
See ya. All right, space. Like that all looks really good. That looks really good. So we're right over the river right now, which is where where they want you on departure, and then we're gonna go inbound into Beacon Hill. Yeah, just the like built up, lived in feeling of these buildings looks awesome. It looks really, really good. No one is trying to head on right now. Yeah, I know, it's such a nightmare sometimes, and that that practice area is so bad. Okay, so now we're kind of roughly downwind. This probably isn't exactly accurate. Draconis will be getting mad at me for being too far out. Want to be over that road, which kind of then turns into that little stretch of the 405 on downwind. And you cross over basically right over the short final for 3-0, which is really cool when you've got somebody landing underneath you, which is pretty cool. But that view out the left wing looks pretty damn good. That looks not bad at all. We're missing a tower. The terminals look pretty bad.
Pull up. Pull up.
So we'll go power idle right now and take a look at the glide performance of this. Warpig, welcome aboard. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a tower yet. So that is... This is about as far, the furthest that we got sent out on our downwind, which really isn't too bad. Whatever that road is, or that little runoff area, we were outside of that. So this is one of the airports that I have been to on this little tour, and so far I'm not based out of Long Beach, but I've been there a few times and done a lot of laps in the pattern, and this looks pretty freaking awesome. 26 left extends through it. Let's see.
500.
Oh yeah, did they cut that off, right? The update, they actually oh yeah, okay. So that has been updated, but overall, like the feel of the airport doesn't feel too bad. Mostly going off the approach here. See, oh, you see the pyramid on at the end of 3-0. That's awesome. I think we'll probably take off from 3-0. Again, not a review of flying or the plane. This is we're going on an airport tour. And what speed are we going at this thing insane stall? 60? I honestly wasn't even looking at the airspeed there. Surprised it got slowed down to that degree. This is High Wings, neck of the woods right here. And that... It's not a very pretty airport. There is a really big hangar complex in between the two sixes, so that looks pretty good. Those hangars are, you know, generic, but at least in the right spot. I don't know what's going on there, and there is no tower, so that's a little bit goofy. They have the threshold accurate, though, it looks like. Yeah, it's not too bad. In the handful of times that I've been to Long Beach, that doesn't look terrible. It does not look terrible, but yeah. And I might be giving too much credit to the feel of the approach, the surrounding terrain. But coming from X-Plane, even if the airport itself looked a little bit better, more laid out, more accurate, you're missing the approach feel. And I think that is important. All right, now what is... Is that 3-0? Did I just go right through 3-0? Where the hell am I? Probably... Oh wait, no, that's 3-4. Okay, so that is completely screwed up. Yeah, that is that's no longer there. Okay, so it's a little bit dated with that runway. The grounds themselves feel okay, like the infield grass and everything feels pretty good, but yeah, that X-Plane, you know, X-Plane had updated or outdated runways as well, so that I'm not really that surprised that this is not updated, but that may have knocked off a couple of grades, a letter grade or two on Long Beach there. And this thing, what is this going to do? Boom. Yeah, so it's it's not recognizing this as airport property, even though there's no fence there. Well, take that back. There's no fence there, so it looks like it's airport property, but that is a parking lot. That is not looking very good. I've not been over into Washington, D.C., so I'm not sure. Danis737, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome everybody. All right, I'm going to stop here because there's something that I did notice briefly that I wanted to kind of show, which is pretty cool. Like that, I mean, that looks okay. Coming into 3-0, that looks pretty good. You know, if you can ignore the multiple runways that no longer exist, that looks pretty awesome. You know, just the way the trees, the placement of the trees is huge, and the height of various buildings, that looks pretty good. But this is a very noticeable site from Long Beach, and that is the pyramid out there. That's is Long Beach. It's Long Beach State, right? Long Beach State. The dirt bags. Yeah, 405 needs significantly more cars. This must have been taken. This image must have been taken at like Christmas morning or something. So that is pretty pretty funny. But yeah, that looks pretty great. Watts might be. Yeah, well, if it's not on the airport, it will. If it's not on the actual airport, it will be modeled. So yeah. Insert does the drone cam. All right, what's this Airbus doing? I love that you can hear it. It's so awesome. All right, let her rip, Airbus. Let's see a VX climb out here, man. Spooling up. There he goes. Oh, I love that. That was something that I really, really wanted on Pilot Edge, is to be able to hear other planes. It makes a huge difference. Did he stop? Yeah, I think he stopped. Abort! 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 All right, we're gonna let her rip here. Yeah, so there was a 737 that took off from 30 right as we were on final, and it crossed right in front of us. It was pretty crazy. Okay, those are blinding. Ugh. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, the sun is changing locations, and I am in the middle of searching for good light setup. So, as the sun goes down, I will need to update the color profile on there. Fix your red lips, though. Yeah. I don't think so, Theo. Yeah, I might have to pass on the 3090 RTX 3090. It does look cool though. Whoa, okay. Yeah, I don't like how drone cam disables all inputs. But we at least need right rudder this time. Yeah, so we're coming up to 2.6 left, right where that plane would take off. Yeah, so there's 2.6 left. So we're coming down right there as this 737 is taking off. It was pretty wild. Yeah, the 3090 is for, I don't know, neural net processing or some crap. Just crazy. Looks. Oh, and what's that X for? Is this shut down? Is 2.6 right shut down? Okay. All right. So overall, the surrounding area for Long Beach looks pretty good. The harbor looks good. They got Long Beach State in there, which looks good. 8 left and 2.6 right are apparently closed, but the 2 fours? Was that what was still in there? Airport layout wise is a disaster. Surrounding area is pretty good. No tower. The complex itself from afar, like from right here, that looks pretty good. I want to give it I'm going to give it a C-. So it's going to get a C-, the same score as John Wayne, for different reasons. We got there for different reasons, but it still gets the same score as John Wayne. John Wayne has a crazy wrong tower, but at least it has a tower. The surrounding area for Long Beach is a little bit more, in my opinion, is a little bit more part of the identity of the airport than John Wayne is. Building wise, John Wayne with ortho looks great. The buildings don't really do a whole lot for it. So usually if you take off runway 26, you'd be asked to make your turn at the river, which is right here, which is very, very full. So we're going to make the turn out of the river here. LAX has not been graded yet. We will get to LAX though. We're doing a little basin airport tour. That looks great. That looks great. So if you're very specific on what which runway you're taking off from, what kind of operations you're doing, that's pretty good for Long Beach. Taxiways, runways, pretty bad, but overall the experience, if you've never been to Long Beach, feels like it's pretty close minus the details. And then you've got the Long Beach Harbor right here in downtown Long Beach, which like most downtowns in the simulator look pretty fantastic. So C-, very big inaccuracies for the airport itself, but surrounding area looks pretty good. I'm gonna give that a pause right there. We're gonna do a little live pause. It's gonna be a very strategic live pause though. Yeah, Queen Mary is there.
Stall.
Oh, it's stalling out, huh?